Alright, so here is the actual hardware setup. Right there I have my Proxmox server, currently not basically doing anything. But above that we have the whole mind behind this operation. Now, the special thing about this laptop is it's pretty beat up. You can probably guess that it's quite old, and it is indeed. I have no idea how old it actually is. And this is actually my mom's old computer, but it stopped working. She couldn't use it. It was just super slow. It took like 30 seconds to a minute to open just the internet browser, and yeah, it wasn't really usable. But not only for that, let's see, we can actually open it up. Fuck me, I look horrible. Now let's actually open this bad boy up. Now, as you can see, the only reason for why I got it isn't only because of its poor performance, but we have this black hole of death inside this computer. I have no idea how they actually got there, and we have some hardware damage as well on the side, so it's pretty roughed up. And my thought was I probably won't be able to use this for anything. But then I got into home-labbing a bit, but more on that later. So here it actually is hooked up to my my router, and then it's always powered on, but here it is. But this is the actual hardware for this server setup. To get started in this actual types of project, you don't need fancy equipment. You don't need to buy this small Apple box mini or whatever they call these small boxes for the LLMs and stuff. You don't need. You basically use an old computer, throw Linux at it, completely reset, remove Windows. It's terrible. Now we will video transition into the black hole. Yes, I am wearing my pajamas. What are you gonna do? Now you can use this old computer and have it usable to you every day, serving you with what you wanted to serve you. Now this is gonna be completely open source, completely free. You do not have to spend a dime. All you have to spend is a little bit of time to get it to work. Now, I'm not gonna show you a tutorial, I'm just gonna show you what I have done and how it's working. Now, as you can see, I am on Arch Linux, by the way. Now I have Hyperland on it, and Hyperland is basically a window manager, and it will look cool and open the windows in a unique way. And how you want, I can open one there, I can open one there, and that's basically the summary of Hyperland. But that's not important. I just really love the Linux space and all the tools and stuff like that, so that's why I'm saying it. Anyway, we're gonna start off with Pi-hole. Now, Pi-hole makes this into a complete DNS server. Now, a DNS server is a networking server on a DNS level. Now, what the Pi-hole actually does for my network is it gives me a network-wide ad blocker where it blocks all the DNS ads. The internet becomes a much more usable experience. You don't get a bunch of pop-up ads in your face all the time. Now, in the Pi-hole, this is the admin dashboard. It's just statistic of what it has blocked, how much it's blocking, when it's blocking. You can see I'm not really on a lot of DNS on the night time, but you can see my phone is up on the night, which means that I'm not doing my job sleeping, which I should be doing. Now, this works as a network, so it doesn't matter if you're on your phone, on your computer. Everyone who's on the networks get this without any configuration. That is what's really amazing about it. I'm gonna show you how it actually works. We're gonna go in and we're gonna do a network speed test. Now, here we go. We have a completely free speed test with no ads at all, where we can test our internet completely for free without any ads in the way. There we go. Now it might be cached, or the ads should start flowing in. And there we go. This is how it would look otherwise. Isn't that weird? That's basically why I like Pi-hole and why it's worth doing. Just to completely remove it, have a clean look, have a clean feel. Don't get ads in your face. If you don't want it, you are the one in control. Now, let's make this interesting. Now, I have my server that is now a DNS server, but it is also my very own VPN. Now, what this does is that this server I have is reachable from anywhere in the world. So no matter where I am, I will get this DNS piehole functionality no matter where I am, if I'm on the phone, if I'm outside, it doesn't even matter. Now, Tailscale is not open source, I don't think, but Tailscale is built, it's completely free, but it is built upon Wireguard. And Wireguard is completely free, completely open source, and if you want to learn how it actually works, you should use Wireguard instead of Tailscale. But I am very lazy. Tailscale took 4 minutes to set up and it works. I don't have to do anything about it. And here are just my devices. I have my server, which is presented as an exit node. Basically all traffic should go through this exit node before distributing it to my other devices. Between my device and my server, it's completely end-to-end encrypted, so I know the communication is completely safe. Then I have my work computer, which is Arch Linux, of course, and I have my phone connected to this as well. Now, I have showed you some very useful cases which takes this completely destroyed computer, basically unusable, not even basically, completely unusable, to being used every day doing calculations, doing work to feed me these applications. But we are not gonna stop there, because I have 2 more completely free, completely open source tools that I'm using. But let's start off with showing you an alias that I have. Now we're gonna open in NeoVim. We have our bash configuration file, and I know this looks horrible probably for you if you code a lot, but if it works, don't change it. That's my philosophy. But we have an alias here, and it is called server. Now what server does is it's just an SSH command to my Tailscale server. Very simple. So all I need to do here is run server, and it's open up and wants me to type the password for my server. And now here I have come into my server through an SSH connection. Now what I can do here, which will be as most useful for you, is I have another alias, and that is wallpc. What wallpc does is that my server will send a message to the router that will then deliver a magic packet to this MAC address I have here, which is my personal computer and which I use for gaming. I game, you know me, I'm a gamer, I do like my games, especially roguelikes. So what this does, it will fire up my computer and start it running. So all I need to do now is basically wait a certain amount of seconds, because I have a slow PC. It's very slow actually.
Give him a big hand, guys. Homeless dude.
But when it is up and running, all I need to do is type this command, which is moon PCP. I have a couple different configuration, that's why it maybe looks a bit weird. But what I'm doing is I am streaming the view from my main PC through my network server to my work laptop. And it is over Tailscale, which is the VPN. So it doesn't matter where I am, I can use my computer. It's completely free, completely open source, and this is really awesome. And how this is possible is that I am using the 2 open source tools, which is Moonlight and Sunshine, which you can look it up, but they are completely open source and free to use. Now, here it gets really good, because Moonlight and Sunshine support controller emulators to use through this stream connection. Which means we can use our Xbox controller and have that input feedback to our main computer. Now I am very lazy, so if I don't wanna go up to my actual walking desk, I don't have to. I can simply play from here like a very lazy boy that I am. Now, as you can see, the controllers are actually being recognized. And so if I press play here, we can see it actually working with the controller support as well. And here's a quick shout out to Skate. I'm a Skate fan. I've been playing the old Skate games. I'm having fun with it. So this means that no matter where I am and even what type of computer I am receiving this stream from, I can game. And you know me, I'm a gamer. I play a game. No matter where I am, I can play my games. No matter where I am. All I need is another computer and an internet connection. And why this is really interesting for you is that you might have a really good stationary PC which can run all the games, we have a big graphics card, but your laptop maybe be like my laptop that I had. Now this laptop I have now is quite good actually, but the one I had before couldn't do anything basically. It was very bad, but all the operations actually happen on your main computer, and all you're doing is just using your network capability to stream that connection. So you don't have to have a lot of RAM, CPU or anything on your actual laptop. All you need is a little bit of spare time, maybe a weekend,
Homeless dude.
And an interest, and you can make a lot of things happen. But what it's gonna give you, it's gonna give you a step into the Linux space maybe. Maybe it's your first time even hearing about Linux or yet alone using it. So this will give you a step into that Linux type of world. But you're also gonna learn networking. You're gonna learn to set up Tailscale around your other devices, and you're gonna use these different open source tools to make what you want to make happen. And that's pretty cool. And the fact that you can do all this completely free, completely your own hardware, you're owning every piece of information that's being sent. You know exactly what's happening between you and the other side because you made it. But I'm gonna be lazy today and I'm gonna play through my setup with the systems I have integrated into this little old broken down helpless computer. So it's so tiny, so small. I am absolutely not going crazy. And did I mention I use Arch, by the way? Yes, if you didn't know. But I want you to subscribe to show that you actually enjoyed this video, that you want to see more of this type of content. And I want to thank you all for watching so very much, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of the